And we notice that he's a little tight.
Okay.
So one thing we can do when we're checking the psoas, if we get normal hip extension, we can do hip extension with internal rotation to check it, or hip extension with a little bit of abduction. So he's actually better now than he was before we started. But to get into the psoas, I slightly abduct the hip. I come in here, the psoas originates on the lumbar vertebrae, and it comes up to what we call the lesser trochanter of the femur, which is, you can't see with the hair, it's right under my finger. And this is called the psoas major. I flex the hip so all this loosens up, the abdominals loosen up. And I just go in and palpate the psoas. Which actually feels much better than I thought it was going to. The stretching actually helped it.
See if he'll let you extend the hip.
We got one little spot right here. You can't go deep on the psoas. He's stoned. He's out like a light.
That's much better.
That's a little more extension.
My dog's still asleep.
So it happened in a split second, but he arched his back. Arching of the back while the hips in extension is a pain response. So
Arching.
he arched his back.
Okay, not that way. It's this way.
So I'm going to go back in and feel the psoas again.
And when you say you shouldn't go deep on the psoas?
No, I shouldn't go deep on the psoas.
By definition, the psoas is deep. You have to go in deep to get to it, but once you get on the muscle, you don't go deep. Got to go through a lot of innards to get there. There it is, right there. All we're doing is holding a little pressure on it.
His eyes are open and
This is a little sore. If he wasn't so stoned, he'd be letting me know. Now he's not reacting. He actually only had 2 little minor spots on it. Right there.
that was the spot. His whole eyes.
Yep, his eyes open.
Reacted then. Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
This is the same spot as on a minute ago. I didn't get it. Didn't totally release. It felt like it did, but when I extended the hip again, the muscle goes, nope. And I went back into, trigger points can go between latent and active phases. It went from latent back to active.
And you're simply holding pressure
I'm
on
just,
that one point.
just holding pressure on that one point. What it feels like, based on the human response, is I'm holding constant pressure, and they go, oh, you're letting pressure off. I'm not changing the pressure. The muscle is actually relaxing under my thumb. Let's see if this is any better. Okay, that is the extent of his range of motion right there. If I go any farther, I can actually feel, the what I call the hard stop right here, and not the psoas being too tight. So the psoas actually loosened up when I did that. And I think it's better range of motion than we had when we started. It's like, yeah, stop touching me. Okay. So that's how we get into the psoas.